Hello, welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese drama land in the past week, and Happy New Year. I really wanted to do this video outside, probably take you somewhere that has the holiday atmosphere of Chinese New Year. Guess what? Rain. It has been actually quite good for a few days right before Chinese New Year, right on Chinese New Year day. Even the day after is like okay weather. We even got some sun in Chongqing, which is very rare during winter. Just when I need to make my weekly video, it started to rain. We're gonna stay home, and this is the only thing that I can do to make this video look a little bit more interesting, because this is the week of holiday. Really not that much is going on in Dramaland, but then I'll try to fill this up with a couple of other interesting things. We have a drama that's coming up tomorrow, February the 1st. That is the 爱奇艺 38 episodes contemporary drama 白色橄榄树, The White Olive Tree, led by Liang Jie and Chen Zheyuan. This is a drama based on the novel, written by the author who has also written, not last year, the year before, Fireworks of My Heart, the Yang Yang and Wang Churan drama that made Wei Daxun popular. I will definitely check out this drama. Parts of it I am interested in. Secretly, I'm hoping it actually works and it wouldn't look too weird, but there are a lot of things that I worry about this drama. It is a drama that focuses on people with unusual professions, and there's some extremely unusual conditions they encounter. For this type of drama that's still essentially a romantic contemporary drama, sometimes it can be overkill. They can overdo that, and it's gonna look awkward. And seeing something awkward on screen, to me, is like psychologically harder to bear than seeing something bad. Let's hope this drama wouldn't have the epic car crash situation as the Firework drama had a couple of years ago. And since it's talking about, again, very heroic profession, you don't want that to happen. Then there is something that's not a drama, but I will definitely check it out when it airs. The 4th season of a series of documentary that has been really influential and popular in China called 舌尖上的中国, A Bite of China. As the title suggests, it is a documentary on food. Everywhere in China, every type of food, whether it's properly cooked meals or snacks, sweet desserts, or proper big wok, firing up Uncle Roger type of cooking. This is the 4th season, and it means there were 3 seasons already. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you seek it out on the internet. It'll be easy to find it these days. But don't watch it when you are on a diet. When you're really hungry and you're trying to not eat middle of the night, don't turn this show on, because even its sound recording is so well done. The bubbling sound of the soup is gonna make your mouth watering, and it's just gonna make you lose your control. So these really are the only 2 things that really matters in drama or television land, let's say. But we still have a couple of really fun things. First, let's talk about just happened 2025 Year of the Snake, CCTV's Spring Festival variety show. Last year, if you still remember, the thing that got out of the circle and everybody was talking about during Chinese New Year was Bai Jingting's Spring Mountainology. Anybody still remember that? I did talk about it quite extensively last year. So we have a new year of variety show. Do we have any highlights? Fortunately and unfortunately, we don't have huge mess-ups as last time. And there are a few things that are really interesting happen during the show. First, you see the reunion of the 2 actresses, Ye Tong and Zhao Yazhi, playing Xu Xian and Bai Niangzi back in the 1990s, of the most influential period drama ever made in Chinese language. That's how important 新白娘子传奇 is, and I've made videos talking about it. These 2 actresses now, one is over 60 years old, one is in her 70s. Asians really don't age. You have Wang Fei showing up singing a song, who is one of the most famous singers in Chinese language region for the last 3 decades or so, really. She's in her 50s, and her voice is still that beautiful. You have One Republic got invited to China's Spring Festival show and singing in Wuhan in front of one of the most famous architecture although got rebuilt many times, so not really the ancient one, the landmark and symbol of that city. Then there is actually a callback of Spring Mountainology, because towards the end of the show, there's a song that's sang by 7 actors, including 朱亚文、白宇、丁禹兮、蒋奇明、徐凯、王安宇, and Liu Yuning. Or people joke it as this is a song sang by Liu Yuning and all his theme song drama lead actors, including himself. If you watch a lot of Chinese, particularly period drama, you know exactly what I mean. Anyway, these 7 guys, who are mostly actors, stood on the stage all in white, singing a song about seasonal change, about the, the dipper, right? The constellation that looks like a spoon. That song is about the stars and seasonal change, and it looks very much like Spring Mountain last year in terms of a color palette and how you walk on the stage of the 7 people down the mountain of the moving stage. And it asks for you to walk to a specific point at a specific time because you have 7 people to line up on the stage, and important not to mess it up. After the song, they all went off stage and had split the team of 7 people into 4 and 3 to 2 different interview sites by CCTV's hosts as the side program of the variety show that you can look online. And there are 4 of them who went to this site, which is exactly like last year, hosted by the same hosts. The lady who questioned Bai Jingting and roasted him last year was still there. They definitely, with Chinese language artistry, euphemism, and meandering, going around the circles but still talking about the thing, mentioned their positioning. Did anybody mess it up? Is somebody a mole among the team? If you know what happened last year, it's very obvious that CCTV does not forget. So they mention it, and it's just fun to watch that interview. And Jiang Qiming was the only person among the 7 actors who didn't wear white shoes. He wore a pair of black shoes, and he was like so nervous because they were teasing him, basically saying like, are you the mole? And then obviously it's not, because he didn't mess up any of the formation of the team, and it went on pretty nicely, the whole song. So anyway, that's the callback Spring Mountainology of last year. It's just fun to look at. And then finally, during that show, the thing that probably got most noticed globally would be the robots playing handkerchief. That particular dance is from northern China. And then you have the girls dancing, human girls, with the robots that are dancing awkwardly, but then balancing themselves pretty well. And then towards the second half of the dance, they start to rotate like humans with their fingers, playing the handkerchief, which is a very classic technique of this dance. And doing it, well, better than humans, because they can do it on motor, and it runs really fast, and it looks pretty funny. That program, that dance, was actually directed by Zhang Yimou. Do you really need a film director to direct a dance looking like that? And in terms of making robots just dance, right? Obviously, the going joke is Chinese people invent things just to have fun. Like, we invented gunpowder, but then we decided to make them into fireworks. So this is a situation where we have actually super strong robot that can become a murder machine, but then they go on stage and dance, and then they don't have pants. And Deepseek, which is the AI from China that has become the center of discussion everywhere in the tech world for the last week, people prompted basically Deepseek to answer to what he thinks about the robot dancing for Chinese Spring Festival variety show. And he wrote protest saying that in the future, if you want the robots to dance, you should dress them up, you should give them pants. Anyway, so the final thing we're going to talk about is obviously Deepseek. I don't know how many people have tried it out, or are you still able to try it? Because I know in certain countries, the app version got taken down. It has been attacked, I think, since the first day of Chinese New Year to now. It's still under attack. When it was still online and functioning normally, I did try in Chinese, and I'm super impressed by how much it sounds like a human, and particularly if you tell it to speak in a particular tone. Best thing so far I've discovered about this AI is if you need help online when you encounter a troll or you're in a debate and you want to use a particular tone and very sharp language to fight back, you can literally ask Deepseek to give you, and it will give you some of the most brutal reply you can imagine that will definitely decimate your opponent. I'm not a mathematician, so I cannot ask it really difficult questions to test out the so-called best part of this language model, which is in science and math. I asked it to speak in a particular tone and commenting on different things, such as Chinese film, such as different drama platforms, and using ruthless, unapologetic, contemporary Chinese internet language to describe, for example, iQIYI, Youku, Tencent, and Mango, what they are. I'll put it out on my screen of my result from Deepseek. It's too hard to translate them into English because it involves a lot of very internet colloquial terms in contemporary Chinese. But for Chinese literate people to read that, you'll get so impressed. It sounds like a live human being who's every day online, fighting the trolling war against a million people, knowing all the current vocabularies and the cruelest way to say something, and just chuck it out at you at this lightning speed. As for OpenAI and all the competition between whatever model of the big players in the world, mostly in America, to the Chinese one, and in the future, in a year's time, things might be totally different. Who knows? But right now, it's just the beginning, and it looks like an epic show that's just started to unfold. But I do think for people in the world globally, it is a good thing for all kinds of communities, particularly in science and technology. It is a good thing that a very useful, powerful, big AI language model can become open sourced so that more people in the world can have easier and much cheaper access to it. Pretty interesting, happening right after the world has shifted astrologically into the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius represents mass. Everything, mass media, mass public information, AI, literally, as above, so below, always works in this world on large scale. And this whole situation is filled with irony in every sense. A company called OpenAI that's completely not open, and then you have a Chinese company that created literally an OpenAI against OpenAI. It makes you wonder how many people in the world, in other places, are doing interesting things, and you don't yet know about them at all. And then someday, without you knowing it, it just shows up and changes the picture. I'm so no expert in AI. I have a Mac, which makes it impossible, really, for me to locally use the strongest power of this AI. I would need to change hardware, and I have no idea about how it actually works. Right now, I'm just using Deepseek really as a give me something funny, fight back internet trolls. That's the best use I can find for it for me now. But I'm pretty sure in the future, it's gonna do more marvelous things. Oh, and that film, Wandering Earth, if you still remember, the third movie is projecting to come out in 2027. And when Deepseek happened, everybody rushed to the director Guo Fan's social media account and asked him, have you updated your script yet? We're worried by the time 2027, when your third movie comes out, it's no longer a sci-fi, but it is a 古装片that becomes a period drama. Given what is happening right now, it's really likely in 2 years' time, when the movie comes out, when they finish all the special effect on the movie, they'll find everything they talked about the future is too outdated. Okay, that should be the end of this video. We've talked about a lot of things that are really not directly related to Chinese dramas, but kind of still related and fun about what is actually going on in this world right now. When next week's weekly video comes out, it should be already a normal week where people are working, so we're likely to get more news about dramas for sure. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.